Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, the 4th day of June, the 10th day of Sivan. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about things that were holy and how you can treat them after their holiness passes. The examples will make it clear. Let's start from the beginning. The Gemara tells us quite clearly that if you're ever going to cover blood, whenever an animal like a bird is shechted or slaughtered in a ritual way, the blood is not supposed to just lie there, but it's supposed to be covered in a special way. But you're not allowed to cover it with your foot. That's a clear statement from our rabbis, and that's because it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful to just kick some dirt onto the blood. You cover it in a more honorable way, not just kicking dirt with your foot onto it. So the Sheilto says that from this we learn that in general we have to treat all of our mitzvos with respect. The Tanchuma says that it's like respecting Hashem. Those people who respect mitzvos are like they're respecting Hashem, and the opposite is the opposite, so that would be bad. Like for example, let's get to examples now. So if you have a talus that's kosher, and you want to use it for some disgraceful thing, like, I don't even want to suggest one, but just a disgrace. You're going to take a talus and do something disgusting with it. That would be a violation of these kinds of principles. A kosher talus should be treated in a special way. If you have tzitzis that become puzzle, now they're kind of a degree lower, then they can be treated in a mundane way, like they can be used to just wrap up some stucco money, that's mundane, but not with disgrace. In other words, you can't use them to do something that's disgusting, because even though they're puzzle, they're not proper tzitzis anymore, but we wouldn't want to disgrace them. Things, now we're going to a lower level, things like a talus bag. The bag just held your talus in it, and a talus is nowhere near as holy as something like tefillin. So something that just held a talus has no holiness whatsoever, and so you can treat that in any way that you like. You could, let's say you have tzitzis strings that are too long, you could cut the strings to shorten them, and they too should not be treated in a disgraceful way. You could wrap it up, then just put it in a public disposal place. That would be fine. Shemos, to put them in shemos is better, although some shemos places ask you not to do that. But those who want to put puzzle tzitzis strings into shemos, if it's allowed by the shemos department, it's a nice thing to do. Another nice thing to do with tzitzis strings that become puzzle is to make them as a mark in a sefer. Like there's a certain chumash and you want to remember a certain parak or something, so you could put your puzzle tzitzis strings there for that. Detached strings, you should know, are muktzah on Shabbos. If they become detached and they have no use, then they are muktzah and shouldn't be moved around. As a side thing, when I was young, kids on Simchas Torah, when they thought it was like prank day, which it really isn't, but it's a happy time, so they used to tie men's talesim together when those men weren't looking. It really should be frowned upon. You're not supposed to mess like that with tzitzis strings. And lastly, if you're wearing a talus, you should be careful. This is a halacha. Do be careful to not let your tzitzis strings drag on the floor. That would be considered improper. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.